Hi everyone and welcome to my place. Christmas isn't far away, and during these 4 months of COVID, handbrake, locked up, lockdown time, I have had all the time in the world to develop new things for Christmas. Now this design I'm about to share with you, I did for Prestige Botanicals and I called it Autumn Frost. Well, I've just upped the whole ante, given it a new name, and it's now going to be called Christmas Frost, and it's a beautiful white arrangement that could go all year round. And if you're ever stuck and not sure what would be right for your room, you know what I do? I just stick with the whites and the greens, and if you want to put a bit of colour with it, you can add it or take it out, because some days you just don't want a lot of colour and you just want a little bit of calm. Well, that's what this Christmas Frost arrangement is all about. So I've got this lovely tall ceramic container. Now it had sort of it was a little bit greyish and I didn't like it, so I hit it with a little bit of sandpaper to just get rid of the grey bits and to bring the creamy bits through. I'm very pleased with this. And to get your dimensions, it's 1.5 times the height or the width of the container, whichever is the greater. I want something that will be lovely in a corner of my home, and I'd like it more nice and tall and elegant. So starting off by putting in the long magnolia branch. If you've got any fruit tree branches with no leaves, you could perhaps put some of those in at this stage. Now the other thing that my mission now is, I want to get away from using floral foam. I know that there is a floral foam out there that is organic and breaks down, but it's really expensive and it's hard to get. So I'm going to spend most of my time in the next wee while showing you how to do your designs without having to use Oasis or even wire or any of those forms, just so that you can bend and manipulate yourself. So anyway, the first to go in is my tall one, and that establishes my heights. With that, I'm going to put in a little bit of the magnolia because I think it's really lovely with the beautiful colorways on the outside here. I just love how nature does that. So I'm really pleased with that. And also this will act as a lovely little base in which to hold my flowers. Now it's a little bit where I'm there too much at this stage, but we won't worry about that because we can have a fiddle at the end. The next thing I want to introduce is this here. This is called Salal, and it's the most beautiful, beautiful foliage. And it's got, when it comes to your place, it's going to be flat like that. So you can just get in there and you can bend and manipulate that to get it to the way that you want it. But I just love the colorings of it, and that you can bend and manipulate those leaves to get a bit of movement into your design. So I'm going to bring one up and I'm going to bring one down, and it might sit there. If it doesn't, at least with these branches, you can actually bend and manipulate that, and you can hook that through and into your leaves to keep it in place. So I've got 4 pieces of that. So a piece over there, a piece going up to there. I'll bring a bit to the back, and we can fiddle with this in due course, and you'll see where I'm going. And I'll bring that bit there down over that side. But look at the colour and the luster of that green. Look at the green with the 2 greens. One's shiny and one's a little bit flat and dull, but it just builds up this beautiful picture of textures. Now the next to go into here are going to be, look, I've been wanting one of these for ages. Isn't that just gorgeous? Oh, I just love it. So with this, I'm going to bring one over to there, and I'll bring another one over to this side, and I'm just going to reserve that for the end because I want to put that more into there, and when I get the other flowers in, I'll have that support in which to do it. Right, look at these little white ladies. These proteas are gorgeous, and they've just got a lovely little slight bit of pink into their little wee filaments in the inside and on the outside of their little bracts or leaves or petals, and that's going to connect in very nicely with the pink that's in those little magnolias. So these, I'm going to put these in first. So I've got 3 of those, one to there, and this one here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bend that down ever so slightly so that I can bring that into the center. So the eye hits these little fine bits and it just comes into the center, and the big bit here, this big branch here, the eye just drifts down there and it just rests on those beautiful spiky forms. The next to go in are these. I love a lovely mink protea, it's beautiful. So that can go up and into there, and then that one can go, and because I've got all those lovely leaves, that's going to just give me the support so that they sit there. I might have to have a wee adjustment, but I'll come back to that. Now, I really, really love this gorgeous Dusty Miller, and with that, I'm just going to bring that into the center here, and you can just bend that down. And I just thought that the complement of the grey in with that white, oops, I've been a bit rough, Astar, oops, a little bit rough, so that can just go into there and just give that lovely little dull little tonal resting point. Now, the next to go into here is, because it's Christmas, I just thought that it would be lovely with a couple of pieces of the beautiful holly, which I'm just going to stick up there, and then I'll bring this bit down and over and into there. Oh, look at that. Textures. Little bit of this, little bit of that, and you've got this beautiful visual recipe of loveliness, tastiness. Now, I wanted to use that, and I think I am going to use that, and I'm going to bring that up and over and into there, so that little bit can go into there. And because I just love a nice cone at Christmas, I'm going to bring that up and on top of those leaves there, and this can either just sit at the base or go into here and then poke that down and underneath, and that just gives another stepping up little layer of beautiful texture. This here I think I want to move that, but at this stage I think that I quite like that. Yeah, I do. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to leave it. So there you have Christmas frost from me to you. Enjoy these holidays and Christmas, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.